Hey folks, Real Patriot here. I want to give a hand to Kansas. You did the real patriotic thing and voted to uphold abortion laws in your state. To add that to your state constitution, that is what I'm talking about. They give the people the voice and the people spoke. The people of Kansas said 57-49. Oh, was it? Yeah. I might be off a couple points, but something like that. To uphold abortion rights in their state. Give people the power to vote on stuff like that, and you're going to see the people's will. People's will in the United States is actually to uphold abortion rights in pretty much every state. Hands down. You do that in all the states that want to get rid of abortion rights. Let the people vote. Because the abortions are not being forced on anybody, so therefore it doesn't take away any freedoms to have them. They're just there. And I've got a list of things I wrote down on what else should be given to the people to vote on. Let's see here. Marijuana. Most Americans want to legalize marijuana, hands down. At least the CBD oil, which is great for pain, PTSD. Marijuana is great for Parkinson's patients. Have them smoke a little. Then you can give them injections and everything because they're not shaking anymore. Their body, it calms the body down. Doesn't cloud their mind, but they can sit still. They can sit there and eat. Actually eat food using a fork and a knife without someone having to feed them. That is a good thing. Let's see what else. Marriage equality. If the Supreme Court happens to overturn it, give it to the states to decide, and then states where they do get married and then go live in a state that doesn't recognize their marriage will have to recognize their marriage. That's the main reason why the Supreme Court went and said yes, it's legal. So states would have to recognize it after a couple gets married, even if they go out of the United States and get married. Like if they go to Canada. They used to have to go to Canada to get married. The United States had to recognize them as a married couple, so yeah. Just because your state makes it illegal for them to get married, it's not going to stop them from getting married. They're just going to go to a different state and spend the money in a different state to get married. So that money is going to a different state, and the state that makes it illegal, they have to recognize them anyway. Let's see here. Minimum wage. Put it on the ballot. Put it on the ballot and let the people decide. Minimum wage will be going up then. Gun control. Gun control. Give it to the people. Ask the people if they want to ban assault rifles. Like we did it starting in the 90s and through Obama's administration. Well, it expired during Obama's administration. Give it to the people to decide. Voting. Voting. Have the people vote about voting. It seems kind of weird, but it makes sense. Have the people vote about voting rights. Not let some person who barely won their state choose for the people of their state how voting should work. I mean, you want people to have a second ID on them now to vote? Gonna make them spend $100 for something that they're only gonna use every 2 to 4 years. Most people will be only every 4 years. But seriously, that is not something you need to. You need to let people vote and not say stupid stuff. People say stupid stuff about voting all the time. It was rigged. It was this. It was that. It's not rigged. If it was rigged, do you think there'd be a single Republican in office? No, there would not be. You think Georgia would have gone to a special election if it was rigged in Georgia? No, it would have not have gone to a special election. Every state where there had to be a recount or a special election, you know it wasn't rigged because of that. Because of the special election. Because of the recount. Because a lot of states, if the margin is so narrow, there's a automatic recount. I mean, not saying the people make the best decisions. Look at Michigan and one city. They defunded a library. A public library. They defunded it because they wouldn't remove certain books. They wanted to ban books, and the library was like, no, we're not going to ban books. That's stupid. Do we look like Nazis? But no, because they wouldn't ban books. Because they wouldn't do the fascist thing and ban books. They defunded the library because they wouldn't be fascist. It's crazy. Why do people want to do stupid things like ban books? Because if you're going to ban books, you need to make it equal. What do I mean by equal? Well, if you're going to ban book because of drugs, sex, murder, you're going to have to ban a lot of books, including at least one religious book. Looking at you, Christians, you know what I'm talking about. Being Christian myself, I know what book I'm talking about. It's the Bible. Just in case you try to think it was something else. Most religious texts actually would have to get banned. You'd be banning the Bible, Old and New Testament. Well, maybe not the New Testament as much, but definitely the Old Testament. I don't know about enough of the Quran, but probably that. Yeah, but pretty much every other religion, like Buddhism and stuff like that, wouldn't get banned because there's no murder in. As far as I know, there's no murder in them. There's no drug use. There's no abuse in those things or anything. But a lot of Christian texts would get banned because of that. You got to make it equal. I mean, I go on my news app and I find a bunch of stuff. Now, subscribe. I should have said it earlier because some people are going to be really mad at me now. Subscribe. And I'm planning to do something you don't see many people do. I'm going to go on to a couple of Facebook groups that I'm part of and ask, if you could ask a politician any question, what would you ask them? I'm going to write them down and I'm going to answer them as best as I can. I may have to do some research for some of the questions, but I'm going to answer them and how I would answer them if I was a politician, which I might be one day. Who knows? And I'm going to try to reach out to some smaller politicians where I live and interview them. Who knows? I might actually get to ask a state representative who's in the U.S. House of Representatives questions. You never know. Could be fun. So, please like, subscribe, leave comments down below. And if you have any questions you would like for me to answer or that you'd like to see me to ask a politician, drop it in the comments below. And I'll see you next time. Real Patriot, out.